I mean, in my first assignment, I remember the superior saying, well, we need to talk about your assignment. What do you think about Fargo, North Dakota? And my whole face betrayed what I was thinking about Fargo. And then when he saw that, he fearfully backed up and said, what do you think about Florida? Years later, my superior said, I'd like you to think about going to New Mexico. New Mexico wasn't even in our assignments. And so I said, well, Father, whatever the community needs, I want to do. I do have some concerns. So there will be underlying concerns, when we have an assignment or a request for us to consider something beyond our borders into the great command to go to all the ends of the earth. Where is the Holy Spirit leading? What does he want to say? Where does he want me to go? As a young man, I was attracted to prayer. By the time I was 19 and 20, I don't even think I knew what to do with prayer. And I asked God to guide my life. It was in Europe where I traveled with a backpack that I ended up in the Vatican, ultimately, after 6 other countries. And there in the Vatican said, God, I don't even know that you exist. I need you to guide my life. And so for me, the journey of Europe, is something of the experience of meeting Jesus Christ. And so, of course, he sent me back to the United States via Holland, where actually I was prayed over for the first time in my life in Holland. And then went back to New York to explain to my parents of this grace that I received, and they were absolutely silent. They weren't quite sure what to do with it. And I have to say, my heart, when I got a letter from Holland telling me about missions, my heart leapt and said, this is God. I know this is God, And I wanted to pack my bags and go. In fact, I signed out of school, and I was driving down the road, and I heard what I believe was the first time an interior voice, God saying to me, where are you going? God doesn't ask you, where are you going, if you're going the right way. So I discovered, and I went back, signed back into my classes, continued the journey. Many times, though, after that, there would be signs of new places to go. I have to say, one of the most surprising, going to England, experiencing the grace of being back where actually my mother was born, to experience a new culture, to experience a new people. I do miss, my homeland where I was born. But the discoveries of new things, the graces for a call to something beyond what I would think, is part of the gift. To experience the fulfillment of part of the command, I am sending you to all the ends of the earth to bring my good news.